Few leaders have the insight of our next guest.
We searched kind of high and low, and what we were looking for was a thought leader in the industry.
Webb has helped some of the world's best companies become great companies.
Nicholas Webb is an experienced innovator and inventor.
Webb has 40 patents to his name.
He's also served as the CEO for several technology-related corporations.
And whether as a prolific author, a principal of the Lasson Innovation Institute, or a dynamic speaker, Nicholas inspires us all to think differently.
Damos ahora la bienvenida a Nicholas Webb.
Please welcome Nicholas
Put your hands
Webb.
together for Nick Webb.
Now the new buzzword seems to be disruptive innovation. I mean, it seems to be in every Wall Street Journal article. It seems to be in everything we read. It's all about disruptive innovation. And that's important because I think that Picasso tried to frame this up. Because the interesting thing that I've found is that most people don't really even know what the term disruptive innovation means, and as a result of that, it's pretty hard to make that actionable in their business. So what Picasso said was that every act of creation is ultimately, first and foremost, an act of destruction. But what Picasso really was, and he didn't know it at the time, was a disruptive innovator. He destroyed a model and a philosophy and a belief of art and replaced it with whatever Picasso is. And I think what Picasso would say today is that disruptive innovation is the process of using hacking to destroy things by identifying their weaknesses, and then leveraging the power of enterprise innovation to replace those destructive things with stuff that delivers meaningful net value. It's kind of hard to put it on a bumper sticker, right? It's not quite as cool of a quote, but that's really what disruptive innovation is. I have a friend of mine here today, Monty Palo, who is a orthopedic surgeon. And he's been involved in seeing this with me, is that what we have found just last year in the conservative business of healthcare, we've been involved in over 17 different hackathons. That's pretty incredible when you think about how conservative healthcare is that we're even using the term hacking.
In fact, the last time I was at Apple Store, they did something kind of dopey. They applauded as I was leaving. It just seemed weird, right? What is that? My wife would say stuff to me like, the trash is full. And I would think, totally. And so, right? So like the next day, I'm out looking for bigger trash cans. Duh. Who doesn't know that, right? Now, the problem is that most people don't really put together a plan. And maybe you don't need a customer service plan. Maybe you really don't need it, because these guys know what they need to do. I mean, they've got a truck, and the truck needs to go back on its wheel. Why do you need a plan to do that? I mean, anybody knows that you get it together, you put it on its wheels, and everything's going to be fine. Ish.
The innovation shift that's happening today is people realize that, wait a minute, the people who are actually serious about innovation, that are creating the life support systems, that are creating innovation governance, that are creating hyper-influencing social communities within their enterprise. They're using enterprise social networks with game mechanics. They're creating challenges that are surgically connected to their enterprise strategy. Turns out these organizations actually are getting far better returns, in some cases 50, 60% better returns on strategy by using and leveraging the power of enterprise innovation. That's pretty cool.